Hello everyone, my name is Nabila Jarmouni and I'm a research scientist from Morocco. In this video, I would like to share with you my story, a journey of challenges, hope and passion of the science, and how the latter shaped my life. Since I was a child, I have been curious. This curiosity has led me to pursue a career in the science, believing that the science can help us better understand the world and solve the problem to make life better. However, pursuing a career in the science as a woman faced significant challenges shaped by culture, social, and institutional barriers. Traditional norms often prioritize family responsibility over the career's goals, discouraging women from having a job in male-dominated fields. My family support me as much as they could, especially my mother. Even though she was a housewife, she always encouraged me to believe in my dream and my ability to succeed. Despite of the challenges, her support gave me the power to keep going and fighting. Additionally, the absence of the female roles model in the scientific field leaves women without mentors to guide and inspire them. During my journey, I have been inspired by amazing women from my own country, Fatima Al-Fihri, a remarkable woman from the 9th century. Fatima had a vision to build a place where the culture, knowledge, and the faith can flourish to light the path of the next generation of the world wide. With the great courage, she dedicated her wealth and life to build the University of Al-Qarawiyyin in Fes, which is now known as the old university in the world that still gives degree until now. Fatima's story remembers me and all of us that the women, no matter the time or the place, can shape the future with the faith and the hard work. She inspired me to keep going and believing that the knowledge and the passion can break any barriers. My journey into the world of the science really starts when I joined the University of Hassan II in Casablanca. At the beginning, I planned to study biology and become a pharmacist, but everything changed the day that I attended the lectures by Professor Saeed Belmokhtar on the crystallography, a science of the atom arrangement inside the crystals. I didn't know it then, but this lecture shaped the rest of my life. As he spoke with so much passion about the beauty of the crystal and their structure are study, I felt something special, and it was clear almost instantly. This is what I want to explore. I decided to change my major from the biology to the chemistry, and it was one of the best decisions I have made. I joined Professor Belmokhtar lab during my bachelor thesis, where I worked on synthesizing of the phosphate-based materials and studied their crystallographic structures. It was a huge learning experience, and I was so excited to do hands-on research. But of course, like in a lab, as a junior, I have to wash the glassware of the senior as well. Still, I'm never mind. I was sure of one thing I found when I am really below in the science world. At this time, I realized that the science it was not about reading textbook or attending lectures. It was about discovering a new thing and solve a problem. So I decided to continue with a master's degree in material engineering. During my master's study, I faced the new challenges, but also exciting opportunity. I was able to do my master thesis in the OCP group, a Moroccan state-owned and one of the largest producers and the export of the phosphate and phosphate-based products. I joined the Research and Development Department, where I started to explore more applied research. I worked on improving the synthesis of monocalcium phosphate, a vital compound that's used both in the agriculture and the animal feed. I feel proud to contribute to something that can help the growth of the plant and support the animal health. Contributing to research which has practical and wide-reaching impact made me realize how the science can make a really difference, and it made me more even sure that I was in the right path. My curiosity and determination does not stop there and led me to pursue a PhD in the material science, where I work in luminescent semiconductor nanomaterials like cadmium selenide, quantum dot, and lead halide perovskite nanocrystals for optoelectronic application. An excited field that explores how the materials can emit and manipulate light, with the potential to improve the technology like solar panel, LEDs, and display screens. However, conducting advanced research in Morocco came with significant challenges. Resources were limited and funding my PhD was difficult, and especially in the field that required costly materials and equipment. So I had to find a creative solution with limited resource, or sometime buy the glassware that I need from my own pocket. It was not easy, still I never give up. A major turning point came when I received the Erasmus scholarship. This incredible opportunity allowed me to move to Italy, where I could access the resources that I need in the Department of the Chemistry and Industrial Chemistry of the University of Pisa. I was excited but a little bit nervous. Everything was new, the country, the language, and the people. But everything changed when I met Professor Francisco Pineder and his group. I still remember our first meeting when we discussed my project proposal. He showed a genuine excitement and support, even though it was a new research direction for his group. This made me feel confident and independent from the very beginning. From that point on, I threw myself into the research with the energy and determination, developing the valuable skills on synthesizing and characterizing the nanoparticle, as well exploring their property in depth. However, the 5-month funding by the Erasmus program were not enough to complete my project, so I had to return to Morocco. Still, I didn't want to lose the progress that I had made. A few months later, I asked Professor Francisco if I could come back to Pisa and continue working, but the main challenges was fund my stay. After discussing it with my family, we decided to cover the cost ourselves. Thank you for their support. I was able to go back. What was originally planned as a 9-month extension is turned to 1 year and a half due to the COVID-19 pandemic. During that time, I made a significant progress in my research. Despite all of that, it was a transformative experience that gave me the chance to collaborate with different research groups. After obtaining my PhD, I took the next step by joining the Italian Institute of Technology in Genova as a postdoctoral researcher in Nanomaterials for Biomedical Applications group led by Dr. Teresa Pellegrino. It was a new adventure in my journey as I shifted my focus to magnetic nanoparticles for biomedical application, a field where the material science meets medicine. My current project aims to advance magnetic hyperthermia by delivering a special design nanoparticle to tumors, where I am focused specifically on synthesizing and developing magnetic nanoparticles like iron oxide, which is then tested by my colleague in cell and living animal. I am proud to contribute my efforts to the field that can shape the future of the precision medicine. Moving again to Italy and start my postdoc experience in IIT marked a turning point in my career. Give me the access to cutting-edge facility, international collaboration, and the chance to grow as a part of a vibrant scientific community. I owe who I am today to several incredible people who shaped both my professional and personal journey, and I carry deep gratitude to my supervisors, professors, colleagues, and friends. Without them, the thing could have been more difficult. To my family, who never understood why I spent so many years in the university and working late in the lab, still until now, but always believe in me and my dream to contribute to a bigger change. To my mother Najat, my role model and my greatest supporters, this journey has never been mine alone. It has always been ours. As I look back in my journey, I know it's only the beginning. So, to every young woman out there, believe in yourself, because no matter where you come from, your dreams are possible. Don't let the challenge you face define your future. Your passion of the science can take you further than you imagine, and your voice, your idea, and your work, they are not only valuable, they are needed. And specifically to the young women still struggling with the unstable condition of scientific research in Morocco. I want you to hear that. صوتك مهم وحلمك حقيقي وبلاصتك في العلم كتسناك. تيقي في راسك وكملي كما أنا قدرت نوصل حتى انتي تقدري توصلي. راه العالم محتاج ليك. And thank you.
My name name is Vincentia Agbemeh, and I was born in Ghana, and this is where I started my scientific journey. I received my bachelor's degree in materials engineering at the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology in Ghana. Then I further pursued my master's degree in materials science and technology at the St. Petersburg Institute of Technology in Russia. I am currently a final year PhD student at the University of Parma and also at the Italian Institute of Technology. I am part of a Marie Curie project on electron crystallography. Read electron diffraction is a crystallographic technique that is similar to single crystal XRD. We use a transmission electron microscope as a diffractometer using the electron beam as a probe. So electrons have wavelength which are 100 times shorter than X-ray, which gives us the advantage to be able to analyze nanocrystals of sizes below 1 micron. So here is a sample preparation technique we use for room temperature data collection. Our samples usually come in dry form because I work with pharmaceutical small molecules. So we deposit a small portion of the sample onto 2 glass slides, and then we gently crash them between the glass slides. Then the next step is to use the copper grid and deposit our sample onto the grid. We do a mini check, and then we transfer the carbon-coated copper grid onto the sample holder. Then we do a data collection. So we process the data and then try to get the crystal structure of the sample that we have analyzed. Throughout my journey, I've learned to be able to speak my mind without fear and also be open to trying new things. And I think this is a very important characteristic to have as a woman in science.